Well, the Department of Justice is now admitting that there is a $150,000 bounty on Trump's head. Yes, Merrick Garland's DOJ promoting a $150,000 bounty on Trump's head. Ryan Routh, of course, is a CIA asset who wrote a letter months ago, and now this letter is just coming to light. I guess it was in case he didn't carry out the assassination that this letter would be revealed. Well, now it's been revealed. And the Department of Justice releasing this, U.S. District Court releasing this letter. Here it is. Dear world, this was an assassination attempt, he says, making it clear on Donald Trump, but I am so sorry I failed you. I tried my best. And again, I gave it all the gumption I could muster. It's up to you now to finish the job, he says, and I will offer $150,000 to whomever can complete the job. Everyone across the globe, from the youngest to the oldest, know that Trump is unfit to be anything, much less a U.S. president. So $150,000. Now, this is the guy that Newsweek, of course, featured in their interview with him while he was in Ukraine as a CIA asset in Ukraine, basically begging for $5. He hadn't have $5 to his name.
I love that you skipped the part where he says a U.S. president has to have moral fabric, but he's about to murder.
Right. He's like, I'm an assassin, but I really want my president to have moral fabric.
I stand for morals.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not kill. Not that one.
I'm a moral guy.
Did he write this letter beforehand just in case, or because they got him right away, so he wouldn't have had time to, did he write it in the police car? And like, when did he write this letter?
That's unclear. What I was wondering too.
Yeah, and we don't know yet. According to ABC News, you know, the most trusted name in news, they don't know. We don't know yet exactly when this letter was written, but it was apparently written ahead of time.
Or were there two letters, like if I die, if I succeed, right, open A or B?
Like what? Brown book?
Yes.
Or like
Choose your own adventure.
Like Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Allied Supreme Commander, he wrote a letter, his speech.
No, I don't know.
If D-Day failed. Okay. And he had a letter launching D-Day, and he had a letter for, basically offering his resignation if D-Day failed. Okay. So he just had a backup, in case, right? Yeah. So Donald Trump Jr. has a great question. His son wants to know, what the F? Why is Kamala's DOJ publicizing Brian Wesley Routh putting a bounty on my dad's head? Imagine, I get chills thinking about that, right? Like, regardless of your politics, whether you like Donald Trump or not, whether you like Donald Trump Jr. or not, it doesn't matter. They're human beings. I imagine, I can picture my son thinking that about his father, right? Like, can you imagine they're just publicizing this? The DOJ publishes this letter out there for everyone to see?
Yeah, that's a little irresponsible. A
little. So in an exclusive interview, Donald Trump Jr. sat down with Daily Wire to say, now his father's life is even more at risk by releasing this bounty letter. You're putting my father's life more at risk by offering $150,000 to anyone who can kill the former president. Now, I'm sure morons out there don't believe that they're going to receive $150,000, but the idea is now set. Any sort of people who want, with this rhetoric that he's unfit to be president, all of the same language that comes from the left about this man, again, regardless of your politics. I would be saying the exact same thing if there was an assassination attempt against President Biden.
Yeah.
I would be doing the exact same story. And if the Trump's Department of Justice released the letter encouraging Americans to basically go and assassinate a president, I would be saying the same damn thing. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's could be construed as incitement to violence.
This is exactly why, the State Department has a long-running statute where they don't negotiate with terrorists.
Right.
This is because it encourages them. And so then, they publish it. I mean, that is highly irresponsible.
Robbie Starbuck tweets this. He says, I try never to be surprised, but the Department of Justice putting out a bounty to kill Trump actually put my jaw on the floor. How the hell are we supposed to take them releasing this bounty as anything but an attempt to get President Trump killed?
And recall that it's the same Justice Department that is currently pursuing indictments against Donald Trump. So the illusion of impartiality is punctured, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, this is the same Department of Justice, just so you understand. They have a choice as to what documents they release, right? So when they're questioned as to which documents related to Trump's house, the raid at Mar-a-Lago, the DOJ released this document justifying the raid. They chose to redact key parts of it, right?
Right.
The concerns are particularly compelling in this case. Like, that's it. That's all you get. The rest of it's redacted.
Yeah.
But, when you want to release the hit on Donald Trump, here, you can read the full thing. Here's the full letter. Release it. Here it is. We'll offer $150,000. DC Drano tweeted this. So the DOJ will immediately release a bounty letter from the Florida Trump assassin offering $150,000 bounty to take out Trump, but wouldn't release the Nashville trans terrorist manifesto for over a year. The DOJ needs a massive overhaul. Right. So the trans manifesto, of course, shooting up a Christian school, and we don't get to see any of that because the left wants to protect transgender, and they wanted to blame it on Christians. See how this works? Jesse Kelly tweeted this. People are shocked the DOJ publicized a $150,000 bounty on Trump's because people still haven't accepted that we already live under an evil, murderous government that will simply kill anyone who threatens its criminal enterprise. Corrupt regimes murder their enemies always. Corrupt regimes murder their enemies always. This is Trump's new plan, and they're going to kill him for it. So basically, Trump's plan, of course, is to decouple us from this globalist agenda, which I've talked about here on the show. They're actively going after them. They know that he is winning. Congressman Matt Gaetz this weekend released a bombshell story about how he has sources at the Department of Homeland Security telling us that there are 5 kill teams currently trying to take out President Trump. Listen.
I'll break a little news for you. I had a senior official from the Department of Homeland Security in my office before the second assassination attempt saying that what he has assessed is that there are 5 known assassination teams in the United States, 3 inspired by other governments, 2 that are here that are known domestic assassination teams. And with that, this individual was coming to me concerned that the force protection around President Trump, even prior to that second assassination attempt, was not sufficient for what it needed to be. And the coordination at that level, at the dignitary protection level, is like the bare minimum that we have to do to keep our presidents, our presidential candidates safe while they're on the trail.
So there are 5, I just want to follow up, 5 assassination teams. Are they all targeting Trump? Is it other officials?
Yes. No, wow. I should have been clear about that. 5 teams that we know are targeting Trump. And so that raises real questions about why certain teams were being pulled off of the Trump detail and put on, for example, the Jill Biden detail. Now, we don't want anything bad to happen to Jill Biden, but at the same time, the threat envelope for her was substantially different than the threat envelope around President Trump, and it would not have necessitated pulling assets away from the Trump detail for the Jill Biden detail or the John Bolton detail or any other details that were beefed up. At the same time, the requests from the Trump detail and from the Trump campaign for more security were going unanswered.
Wow. Holy mackerel.
What's funny but not funny is that over the weekend, Axios tried to publish this hit piece about Donald Trump saying that he's doing fewer public events than he used to do on the trail, as if they're trying to tell us, well, he's slowing down, he doesn't have the audience, whatever. Mike Benz, the former State Department and cyber expert, says because you guys keep shooting him. Like, this doesn't hold water because he clearly is at risk for some form of deep state collaboration. It's undeniable.
It's deeply, deeply troubling. And of course, I mean, we also heard reports over the weekend. We covered them this weekend as well, where there are now reports that individuals are trying to take out a Trump airplane when he's in flight using shoulder-fired missiles. I mean, you have 5 hit teams, shoulder-fired missiles. You have the DOJ publicizing a letter for a $150,000 bounty. I mean, what more evidence do you need of a deep state plan to take this guy out? As Michael Scheuer, again, ex-CIA agent Michael Scheuer wrote this weekend, he said, first, we must assume that the 2 assassination teams that are domestic groups are simply the creatures of the Democratic Party and or the leadership of the Department of Homeland Security and the Secret Service, which appear to have already taken 3 cracks at killing Trump. He says, in other words, our federal government, deep state cabal, is basically actively trying to assassinate Trump and stop his election and stop his plans from being implemented. They are terrified of this guy. They're actively terrified of President Trump, and that's why they are trying to kill him right now. Deeply, deeply troubling. So we'll see. I want to know. I got a question for you. So he's raising he was raising $5, right? He was trying to. He had no money. Ryan Ralph.
Right.
He's like, I need like $5. He takes a first class flight. First class flight. He has a gun that's been modified. If you see the photos from the FBI that they released of his gun and all of his equipment, like a modified gun that's there. He's got all kinds of money now. Apparently, where is he getting this money from? And by the way, how does he get $150,000? How is he going to fund $150,000 to complete the job?
Great question.
He was also offering to fund people that would fight in the war. What, $1,200 a month or something like that for anybody who would like. Where's he getting the money to make that claim?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, who knows? I have an idea, though. If you suffer from daily pain, I need you to listen to this message very carefully. What we know about pain relief is changing forever. As we age, aches and pains are normal, and we're all searching for effective ways to relieve pain without side effects and addiction. Let's be frank, we've all seen the horrors of the opioid crisis. You may even be affected personally. Your family might know someone that has been affected by this. That's where a pioneering medical scientist comes in, Clint Winters. You may have seen the world-renowned health expert featured in the national media. He's unveiled a natural pain reliever that has taken the world by storm. And I'm talking about Canoladine, the 100% drug-free way to get full-body pain relief without dangerous pills. As you read this right now, Canoladine has become the go-to pain reliever for over 1 million Americans, hundreds of professional athletes. It was even named as the UFC's #1 official pain reliever for the UFC. Right now, you guys can try it. Go to trykano.com/redacted, and you're going to get it for less than $1 per day. You can access the only Canoladine product in the world for less than $1 per day. Clint has provided this special link for you guys. You can guys get this special discount. Just go to trykano.com/redacted. I see a bunch of people in the chat who've already ordered this. Give it a shot. If you suffer from chronic pain, you don't want to have that addiction from drugs, try kano.com/redacted, the 100% drug-free Canoladine. Try it for less than $1 a day.